All right. For those watching, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Racer Records Track Test. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I am, of course, Racer Joe, the host of the track test tonight, along with my lovely co-host this evening, Susie Spin. She'll be along for the ride, helping out where she can. And then as well, our three contestants this evening. We have got, with a working buzzer this week, Darryl, the Northern Vinyl Guy. We have got our returning champion from the first episode, Rob of Northern Revolutions. And joining us for the first time on the show is John from Music Talk with John. So without further ado, let's get on with Track Test. All right. Once again, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. For those that are live on episode 2, album 2, if you like, of Track Test, a vinyl community game show. Joining me this evening, three contestants. We'll start off with our defending champion. He's calling himself Ken Jennings already. Rob of Northern Revolutions. Rob, how are you this evening?
I am doing well, sir. Long time no see.
Yeah, a little bit. I seem to remember you in just the last little while. We were on Wednesday Night Live from your basement, right?
We were, yes.
Have you had lots of people contacting you, congratulating you for the big win a couple of weeks ago?
Oh, the fan mail won't stop.
You should be at least getting coffees out of everybody.
Something.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see if the winning streak continues this evening. I'm not sure how many Ken actually won in a row. We'll have to look that up. But you go for number 2 this evening.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about your channel for those that may tune in that don't know about it, please.
I host a channel called Northern Revolutions where I talk about my vinyl record collecting fixation, shall we say. I host a Wednesday night live stream, of which Darryl and Joe are my co-hosts. I've been doing that for quite some time. I talk about a lot of music nobody cares about, a lot of Canadian independent stuff. And yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Great. Thank you so much for joining us again this evening. Up next, from the Northern Vinyl Guy page, it is the Northern Vinyl Guy himself. Some will refer to him as the legend. We like to call him Darryl, though. Darryl, how are you this evening?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Like Rob said, I also am on the Wednesday night show on Northern Revolutions channel with Joe and Rob. And occasionally John will join us when he's got a moment or two. And unlike myself, where I'm fighting polar bears, John typically fights alligators.
Alligators. Yeah.
So we'll talk about we'll let him talk about that after. So yeah, no, yeah, my channel, I just talk about, well, I shouldn't say I just talk about, I talk about Canadian music quite often, and I've reached the 100 video mark, so there we go.
Perfect. That's great. People can find you at the Northern Vinyl Guy, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
There you go. All right. And John, your first time on the show. Thank you very much for joining us. Tell the folks a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your channel as well, please.
Well, like these guys, I talk about music. Anything that comes up, I go to record stores. I just filmed Record Store Day over at a local shop. That was cool. Capture the excitement and everything in there. It was a pretty good time. Actually, I have some pretty good stories from couple jobs I had there, so I can share that with you guys later on. But yeah,
Perfect.
just looking on some videos, have some things. I'm going through my record store day music right now, so I can do a video on those and tell everybody how they sounded and, you know, if they were good and stuff like that. So
Awesome.
that's what I'm doing. Yep.
Fantastic. All right. Without further ado, if everybody has their buzzers ready, and yes, Curtis, we do have Darryl's working. He and I tested it out the other night, and at least it was working the other night. So we'll see if, in fact, that is the case. A little different this week from last time. If you watched, the answers are not all multiple choice. Guys are going to have to buzz in this evening with a few. We've got a few different surprises planned for you. So without further ado, let's go. Guys, ready?
Ready.
All right.
Ready.
Okay. Track number 1, side 1 is a multiple choice question. And it is going to be Paul McCartney and John Lennon wrote which song for the Rolling Stones? A, I Want to Be Your Man. B, Angry. C, As Tears Go By. Or D, Painted Black. Which Stones song was written by McCartney and Lennon? A, B, C, or D? And it, in fact, was A, I Want to Be Your Man. We had one correct answer, one no answer, and one incorrect answer. Was the no answer because it didn't work, or?
I don't know.
Mine worked.
Yeah, everything worked?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll go on to the next one because I'm not sure why it's saying no answer, but one person did. Anyway. Let's move on to the next question, and hopefully it will continue to work. Here we go. Next up, this one is going to be a buzz in. So whoever has the answer first, please buzz in. I'll then ask you for your answer. If you get it wrong, someone else will be able to buzz in as well. Ready? Here we go. Track 2 is a buzzer question. The question is, what is Taylor Swift's best-selling album so far? Darryl, you're first. Your answer is, let's see if that is correct. In fact, it is 1989. It was released in 2014 and has so far sold an estimated $14.75 million. So Darryl got that one correctly. He buzzed in first and picked up 1,000 points for that one. All right. I like the background music. Do you like the background music? No.
Makes me want to move like this.
I'm just upset I lost on the Taylor Swift question.
Yeah, you're welcome to answer aloud as well, but you will have to hit the answer on your buzzer because I don't need to do all the talking. And all my friends are used to me babbling on and on. But anyway, regardless, next up is another multiple choice, and it is track 3 on side 1. Multiple choice once again. And in The Big Lebowski, the movie The Big Lebowski, the dude can't stand which band? Is it A, Bowling for Soup? Is it B, Kiss? Is it C, The Beatles? Or is it, in fact, D, The Eagles? And it was, in fact, The Eagles. The dude does not abide by The Eagles. I'm not sure. Have you guys seen The Big Lebowski, or did you just just two of you at least pick The Eagles because you don't like them?
I just knew that was the answer.
Yeah, I just saw that clip the other day.
Never seen the movie though.
Oh, really? Well, you should. At least I think it's a pretty darn good movie. So I'm not Lebowski. I'm the dude. All right, let's move on to the next question. Next question again is going to be a buzzer question. So please have your buzzers ready. Here we go. Track number 4 is a buzzer question, as I just said. Question is, which member of the vinyl community has the most subscribers? Ken Jennings, what is your answer? Norman Maslov. D, that is incorrect. Anyone else? Darryl, your answer? C, Dylan from Noble Records. That is correct. Dylan of Noble Records currently has 117,000 subscribers. I believe Mazzy is second. I can't remember. I should have had all of that written down, but I didn't. But Dylan, I went and looked, and the most up to date, he's got the most subscribers with 117,000. Frank has quite a few, and Melinda has quite a few as well. But Dylan has the most, and Darryl's cleaning up on the buzzer questions. He's got them both, and he's at a couple thousand points. All right, next up is going to be another multiple choice. Here we go. Track 5. Last track question on the first side. Multiple choice once again. What video beat Thriller for Video of the Year at the first ever MTV Video Music Awards? Was it A, Aha, Take On Me, B, Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf, C, The Buggles, Video Killed the Radio Star, or D, The Cars, You Might Think? A, B, C, or D? It was D, which was The Cars and You Might Think. So, which is a bit of a surprise. You Might Think is a pretty good video, but with that said, I think a Thriller, that's a bit of a shocker. Kind of like when Jethro Tull beat out Metallica for Metal Act of the Year. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but that was the. This, of course, was the MTV Music Video Awards. That was the Grammys. But all right, so that is going to do it for the first side, and with that, the scores currently are. In first place, Darryl with 2,000. He got those buzzer questions and got them right. So that helped a little bit. John has 652. And our defending champion, Ken Jennings, is coming from behind with 509 as we head into the second side. But before we do that, just a quick word from our sponsors, if we may. Hey everyone, Racer Joe for vinylstoragesolutions.ca. You can see them right there for all your inner and outer sleeve solutions for your vinyl records. That's right. I ordered yesterday. This box showed up today. Their shipping is unbelievable. It's fantastic. It's free over a certain dollar amount. It's just what you want to do. Let's open this package up quick. I'll show you. Not that you don't know what inner and outer sleeves look like, but again, it was a day. It came in a day. Great pricing as well. Really well packed, you know. You don't have to necessarily worry about your sleeves, but there you go. 25 pack of inner sleeves. They've got lots of different types of sleeves, 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil. And down here on the bottom, we have got our 12-inch outer sleeves. So there you go. Came in a day, fantastic pricing, unbelievably great product. You put your albums in, they're going to look fantastic. They're going to be preserved. It's exactly what you want to do. Now, with more information on how you can save a little bit, here's my buddy Rob from Northern Revolutions.
Oh, hey, Joe, just give me 1 second. Got to put this in a Vinyl Storage Solutions inner sleeve. Okay. If you go to vinylstoragesolutions.ca or use the QR code over here on the screen, you'll find all of your vinyl storage solutions, inner sleeves, outer sleeves, box set sleeves, 10-inch, 7-inch, you name it. Check them out. And when you check out, use the promo code Northern10 to get 10% off your order.
There you go. All right. Our sponsors, who are not officially our sponsors.
Who are not actually our sponsors.
Who are not actually our sponsors, but we do like to promote them, and I don't think they would mind us using them in that respect to promote their business a little bit. But with all seriousness, not that we weren't there, it is a fantastic product. If you're watching this and you do need some inner sleeves or some outer sleeves, go to vinylstoragesolutions.ca, use the promo code Northern10, get yourself 10% off. Just fantastic stuff. All right, gentlemen, as we flip this one over and head to the second side, any thoughts on the first half? I'm not sure if the scoring is working correctly. I believe that it is, but I don't know that for sure, to be honest.
I think it's fixed. I'm not winning.
Okay.
That seems to be working good.
Yeah, Darryl's buzzer is certainly
working tonight.
Working today, yeah.
It's working tonight. All right. In the second round, in the second side, there are 3 buzzer questions and 2 multiple choice. And then, of course, there will be the run-out groove later. And that will be your chance to make a big comeback because that's worth 5,000 points. All right. So without further ado, as I continue to say for some reason, let's move on to the next question, which is side 2, track 6, which is, again, a buzzer question. So first to buzz in, which female has the most #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 chart? John, your guess is?
I'm going Mariah Carey. Or there, that one.
All right, let's see if that is correct. In fact, that is correct. You are right. The female artist with the most #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 charts is Mariah Carey. She has 18 #1 singles. I think everybody else, again, I didn't have the specific numbers. They're up there, but Mariah currently has the most with 18. So there you go. That jumped you up. Well, I guess you were already in second place, so didn't jump you up anywhere. Just you got you a little closer to Darryl. So, okay. All right, let's go with the next one, which is a multiple choice, and it is track 7. Here we go. There's Susie Spin helping out. Which astronomer is name dropped in the Queen song Bohemian Rhapsody? Is it Galileo Galilei, Isaac Newton, Nicholas Copernicus, or Carl Sagan? And yes, it is, in fact, Galileo. Galileo! Never mind. I won't do that. That's not fair to do. Well, it's fair, but nobody's going to be watching past that because their ears are not going to be working correctly. Everybody got that one right. Look at that. And the best player, Ken Jennings, you must have got it the fastest. Good job, Ken. Way to go.
Coming for you, Darryl.
He's coming. He's coming. Don't forget, the run-out groove is worth 5,000, so we've got that coming up. All right. Next one is going to be another buzzer question, so get your buzzers ready. Here we go. Track 8 is a buzzer question. Question is, what was the first rap single to hit the Billboard Top 40? Ken Jennings, your answer. Is Tricky by Run DMC? No, that's not correct. I do enjoy that one, but it's not right. Darryl, your answer, Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang. Yes, that is, in fact, the first one to be in the top 40. Tricky was certainly in there. I think all of them were eventually. But Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang was the first rap song to reach the Billboard Top 40, peaking at number 36 on the Hot 100 chart in January of 1980. So there you go. All right. That was question number 8. Question 9 is going to be a multiple choice again. Here we go. The lovely Susie Spin helping out. What Rolling Stone song is also the title of a restaurant chain? Pardon me. Is it TGIF? That one came up very quickly, but thankfully you guys all answered. I think that's why it comes up quick, is if everybody answers, it comes up. Because I didn't even get to finish everything. It wasn't Olive Garden. It wasn't Benihana, but in fact, it was Ruby Tuesdays. Anybody eating at Ruby Tuesdays? John, probably a little more so yourself, I would imagine.
We have them here, yep.
Yeah. And Darryl, I don't know, do you have any chain restaurants where you are?
Not in my town, but A&W is the closest.
Yeah, there you go. And Rob, how about yourself? Have you been to a Ruby Tuesdays?
I have not.
I think that I have. I think Emily, my daughter, enjoyed some beverage that they had there, non-alcoholic beverage, at the time. Anyway, everybody got that one right. The best and the quickest was Darryl. So let's move on to question number 9. No, I'm sorry. Track 10 is a buzzer question. Get them ready. Here we go. Last question. On Frank Landry's channel 33 RPM, he shows off people's listening spaces. What is that series called? Ken Jennings, what's your answer? C, Vinyl Dens? Yes, in fact, that is correct. It's Vinyl Dens. And for those out there, if you have a space that you would like Frank to show, just get a hold of him. Go to channel 33 RPM. It's a great series. He's shown a few of mine on there. Have you guys ever sent anything in to show him on?
Yeah, I've been on there.
Frank's? Yeah. He's a good dude. He's a really nice guy. I've had a chance to text with him a couple of times. He's hoping to stop by Regina when he's coming through west in the near future, hopefully. So good guy and great channel as well. Been doing it for a long time.
I've had mine featured, just not on his. I had mine featured on NTX Vinyl once.
Oh, perfect. Good. He's an OG, I think, right? He's been doing it for a long time. So, All right. So with that said, we can see the scores at the bottom, but let's just recap quickly before we get to the run-out groove. The final question, Darryl in the lead currently with 44-44. I don't know if you could do that if you tried, but that's lovely grouping of the fours there. John with 29.06 and Ken Jennings just a little bit behind at 2086. But this last question is worth $5,000. So if some get it right, some get it wrong, it could make a difference. So with that said, that is the end of side 2. Let's move into the run out groove, which is our final answer. You do have to write your answer in on this one. You've got some time to do it, some time to think about it. How many Grammys have Quincy Jones won? I know I worded it differently up there. How many Grammy Awards did Quincy Jones win, plus or minus 3? You have to answer with the numeral. So how many Grammys did Quincy Jones win, plus or minus 3? Of course, we lost Quincy this year, but it's not as many as he's holding. That's about the only clue I'll give you. So let's see. I don't know if that's the order, you're up there, but 7, 8, or 14. In fact, it was 28 that Quincy won. Lots with Michael Jackson. I mean, obviously, as a producer, I don't know if he ever won any as an artist because he did have some of his own albums as well. But yeah, 28. So closest would have been, if that is actually the order, I'm not sure. Closest would have been was John. However, that closest doesn't count because you had to be within plus or minus 3. So with that said, the rankings and our new champion is going to be the Northern Vinyl guy, Darryl, with 4,444. John in second spot with 2,906. Ken Jennings just a little bit behind in third place with 2,086. So Darryl, I think it's safe to say you're happy I added the buzzer questions because I think that helped you out a little bit.
The buzzer wasn't working. I want to recount. Yeah, it's all automated, so it's not. I'm not scoring. There's nobody on the other side of the screen keeping the scoring. So, but yeah, a little different. I guess you didn't really get to say a whole lot more than last time. I'm trying to get in the contestants involved a little more, but I think the buzzer questions were okay. It's something a little different than just the multiple choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All good.
Good. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's okay. It's another way just to get together, obviously, with some friends and talk about some music and play a little bit of trivia. And now we have a new reigning champion who's going to have to defend his crown. We shouldn't have got his buzzer working, I guess, maybe. So.
I don't want to disappoint you, Darryl, but Joe never sends out any winnings, so.
Once we actually get sponsorship from Vinyl Storage Solutions, maybe that'll be the prize. Maybe that'll be. I'll have to talk to him.
You get one free record sleeve.
Yeah, that's right. But a box set though, a box set sleeve.
There you go.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Gentlemen, thank you so much again. Rob, tell folks where they can find you.
Northern Revolutions on YouTube.
There you go, including Wednesday nights live from the basement as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. And Darryl, where can people find you again?
Northern Vinyl guy, and I am on Northern Revolution's program on Wednesday nights.
Perfect. John, walking and talking in Florida, where can people find you officially?
Music Talk with John.
Perfect.
There you go.
Awesome. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of the second, sophomore edition of Racer Records Track Test. I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you playing along. Hope you had a little bit of fun tonight.
Yep. It was
all
good.
Right.
For sure.
Yep.
And we can all smack talk at the end of the stream and discuss things a little bit further. But thanks everyone for watching as well. I really appreciate that. I will be back in a couple of weeks and we'll do this all again. So we're going to invite, if he can make it, we're going to invite Darryl back as the reigning champion, and we'll see if we can get a couple new contestants and or the same. I'm good with the same as well, but if you want to play along, I know there's some folks out there, maybe Richard from Richard's Vinyl Tap House who's watching, maybe Curse of Young LP Lovers will join in, and or if you see this later and you want to get in touch with me, go to my channel, which is Racer Records, which is obviously where you're seeing this, so you already knew that. Thanks, everybody. Here is the final credits. And again, gentlemen, thanks so much for playing along. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening. Stick around for a second. I'm just going to let the credits roll here. One moment.